Hello, my name is Sisilia Junidra. I'm for class R4A and I will explain about how to develop ideas planning and cluster use of words and phrases in simple or compound complex sentences and discuss about the use of media or realita for CLT approach. What is clustering? Cluster analysis or clustering is the task of grouping a set of objects in such a way that objects in the same group, or called a cluster, are more similar in some sense to each other than to those in other groups clusters. It is a main task of exploratory data mining and a common technique for statistical data analysis used in many fields, including pattern recognition, image analysis, information retrieval, bioinformatics, data compression, computer graphics, and machine learning. A method of clustering methods are used to identify groups of similar objects in a multivariate data sets collected from fields such as marketing, biomedical, and geospatial. There are different types of clustering methods, including density-based clustering, model-based clustering. Clustering is the task of dividing the population or data points into a number of groups such that data points in the same group are more similar to other data points in the same group than those in other groups. In simple words, the aim is to segregate groups with similar traits and assign them into clusters. Types of clustering. Broadly speaking, clustering can be divided into two subgroups. 1. Hard clustering. In hard clustering, each data point either belongs to a cluster completely or not. For example, in the above example, each customer is put into one group out of the 10 groups. And 2. Soft clustering. In soft clustering, instead of putting each data point into a separate cluster, a probability or likelihood of that data point to be in those cluster is assigned. For example, from the above scenario, each customer is assigned a probability to be in either of 10 clusters of the retail store. CLT or communicative language teaching. Communicative language teaching or CLT or the communicative approach is an approach to language teaching that emphasizes interaction as both the means and the ultimate goal of study. Language learners in environments utilizing CLT techniques learn and practice the target language through the interaction with one another and the instructor. The study of authentic texts or those written in the target language for purposes other than language learning. And through the use of the language both in class and outside of class, learners converse about personal experiences with partners, and instructors teach topics outside of the realm of traditional grammar. In order to promote language skill in all types of situations, this method also claims to encourage learners to incorporate that personal experience into their language learning environment and to focus on the learning experience in addition to the learning of the target language. According to CLT, the goal of language education is the ability to communicate in the target language. This is in contrast to previous views in which grammatical competence was commonly given top priority. CLT also focuses on the teacher being a facilitator rather than an instructor. Furthermore, the approach is a non-methodic methodical system that does not use a textbook series to teach target language, but rather works on developing sound oral or verbal skills prior to reading and writing. Use of methods, approaches, and direct technique is very important in support the success of teaching and learning activities. In addition, media is also needed which is appropriate when the learning process teaching takes place can be disclosed. There is no method that is absolute in meaning the method used must be adapted to the needs of students, conditions, culture, resident facilities and etc. Okay, I think that's enough and thank you.